Welcome to Chiaroscuro Tarot, the art of living life. This reading is going to be a little bit different today. We're going to do a tarot quickie, except we aren't going to have any piles to choose from. I'm just going to do a general reading for anybody who is drawn to this video at any time. This reading will be timeless on just kind of a message. What do you need to hear right now? What is it that you need to hear right now? That's good. That would be good for you to know. So if you're drawn to this video, come on in, take a listen. Hopefully it resonates. These are general readings, so keep that in mind that I'm just picking up on a general energy. So if it doesn't resonate with you, please let it go. If it doesn't flow, let it go. And if another person's energy shows up in the reading, just keep in mind that the energies may be vice versa. What I say could be your energy, may actually be somebody else's. Take it how it resonates with you. And then please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Helps me to know as a reader that I'm doing a good job. And we're gonna get going into the reading. Let's see what area actually we're gonna discuss. This is gonna drive me nuts. Pentacles. All right. So this reading is going to be about money, stability, security, health, your body in the sense of the physicality of it, all kind of physical things. Effort, the actual physical effort that you are putting something into. Let's see what we get. What's going on? All right, so right now I am definitely seeing a situation where, though you may have been putting your effort into it, you are feeling unrecognized for the work that you have done. Whether you're looking for financial recognition, even just a pat on the back, any kind of recognition for the successes you've had, you feel you are not getting it. So wherever you're putting your effort in this particular case, somewhere you're putting your effort where you're not being recognized for it is what we're talking about here. The challenge is, I'm sorry, that was the Six of Wands reversed. The challenge here is the Five of Wands reversed. And I think that this, I really enjoy this deck's version of the Five of Wands, where there are all these wands and the person's kind of tied to them and struggling between all of these different things, pulling them in different directions. And I think that the challenge is to break free of what is a distraction and what is worth. Break free of the distractions in order for you to know what is worth your effort. Because you're tied to quite a lot of things right now. Some of them are beneficial for you probably, others are not, but you're being pulled in too many directions. And so you're just kind of staying in the same spot instead of moving forward. And maybe even having too many irons in the fire is preventing any recognition from coming your way, because if your attention is diverted so much, are you really actually putting the right effort into what you want to create if you're spread out too thinly? Some of this is that this is a situation that once brought you a good sense of fulfillment. This could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be a career. This is something long-term. We have the Ten of Pentacles here. Some long-term thing you were invested in. that was going well in the past. And we even have here the Three of Pentacles, kind of clarifying that energy where not only did you have stability, not only did you have perhaps money, career, you know, the material things you were looking for, the commitment, the effort you were looking for, but people were actually willing to work with you. And then at some point, now currently that feels dried up. You've gone from this energy of being able to work with people to feeling not recognized by them no matter where your effort is. I think ultimately what that's really coming down to is that you have too many irons in the fire. You aren't putting your attention into the right things, your effort into the right things like you used to be. Because these cards, these pentacles over here, there's no imagery of anything being torn, pulled in different directions, you know, multiple interests splitting their attention and their effort and their time. And that's what this challenge is, being split in too many directions. So you may not be able to be giving what you want, the effort you used to, that actually made it pay off. And so now you aren't being recognized as much because you really just don't have the time you did anymore because you've bitten off more than you could chew. This is all about temperance, learning. It's almost like for some of you that are listening, this may make sense, but bring it from like 5 different things down to 2, because we do have the 2 cups here. So for some of you, I think that may resonate. Others of you, it may not. But kind of hone your focus. This is about there's alchemy in this in a way, where you're taking opposing forces and combining them into something new. So you may have 2 interests that you could actually simplify into one. They could actually be combined, which instead of having 5, then you've got 3. I also there's a big watery element in this card, and so I think the way to choose what to free yourself of and what to continue to invest your effort in has to do with what you find emotionally fulfilling, what really warms your heart, what gets you going, what feels good for you to do, on a deep soul level, not just like the sense of immediate gratification. This is kind of like this sings in my soul kind of fulfillment. That can help you choose what to release and what to continue to invest in. As a result, by moving forward into the potential future here, I do see you moving away from some things. The 6 of Swords. A lot of 6s here. It's interesting. 6, 5. See, a 10. A cycle ended in the past. That cycle of prosperity has ended. Not that you can't have one again, but what you currently were in, you have now outgrown, and you're kind of like staying in it. It's time. This is releasing. There are things you may not want to let go of, but it's time to move on from. You'll know what they are. You'll know what is fulfilling to you. You know what you can actually work with. What you have left that you're still tied to that you can actually work with to create something else. Those things you can hold on to, you can continue to invest in. You may not necessarily know how it's going to turn out, but you're not really so worried about it because you're heading in a new direction now. You're heading into a new phase. We do have success here where you successfully cut out that which no longer serves you, and move in a new direction. These 2 figures in this particular card are very poised and very calm. And they're facing their future with like such dignity and there isn't any fear because they've focused. Now they know the direction that they need to go because they took the time to focus and pick something that works for them. There isn't really a wrong answer in this case. The only wrong answer is continuing to hold on to things that actually hurt you. And we have the King of Swords reversed here. there's almost this could represent somebody else in your life. Perhaps there's a very selfish person right now in your life. This could just represent a selfish person. This could represent somebody who is not in touch at all with their emotions. They are completely emotionally blocked, and maybe you're trying to get through to them. And it's time to kind of let that go and let them do their thing. This can also indicate a situation that is sucking the life out of you, where they're just kind of taking and taking and taking, and you're giving and giving and giving, and you aren't getting anything in return. It's interesting because we have this emphasis on you've got to get, in order to get out of the fire, you got to tap into the water element of yourself and move away from the things that are airy currently, in order to move into a new direction, to get into that pentacly land that you were in before. It's transition time. That's what this says. This is transition time. And in a way, I think a little bit your attention may also be shifting. I think that perhaps the money, the stability, a career, it was good when you had it, whatever the situation was. But you want more now. I'm getting the feeling that you want more. You want more than just a paycheck. You want something more. You want more than just a commitment. You know, you want somebody that's in all the way, on all the different levels. You don't just want somebody that commits, kind of thing. You don't just want a job that you get a paycheck from, that pays all of your bills and you don't really like doing. You're looking for more. And so you're breaking out of this stability in order to enter a new phase with a new version of stability, and in an upgraded version of where you're putting your effort. Instead of putting your effort into things that generate stability, you're going to start putting your effort into things that generate meaning. And as a result, you set yourself free from a lot of things that have been holding you back. And I suspect, I want to pull some extra cards, I suspect once you set yourself free of those things that held you back by doing what is true to you, what is truly fulfilling to you in your heart, things really start working out for you. This is almost like you're learning to generate your own stability internally, if that makes sense, instead of depending on the external. I want to see where you're going. Interesting. All right, so right now, in a way, you're not really going anywhere. Oh, this is totally internal. There's an internal shift that needs to happen first before you do anything externally in your life. You have to, this is where I have the Two of Swords reversed. This is where I got the you're not going anywhere right now. So and internal changes. So learning to listen to even your own intuition, your own guidance system, that own sense of fulfillment. You can't make the right decisions until you know how to, if that makes sense, to trust that higher level of yourself. So let me look, hold on, let me look at these other ones. This is so internal. It's interesting because we're kind of coming back to that recognition that you were looking for before, that you haven't gotten. It starts with, there's something here. How do I say this? I'm sorry, I'm struggling with the words right now. By releasing the things that no longer serve you and focusing your energy into the things you find fulfilling, that feeling of being different that you have, not fitting in, not getting the recognition you deserve, people not seeing you, goes away. Because one, you will be feeling so good in what you do, it won't be necessary for you to receive that from others. But it won't matter really. You'll be giving it to yourself. But you'll also be moving away from the conflicts you have going on right now are because you are seeking validation from others. And the conflicts go away. Things actually calm down quite a bit once you stop seeking that from others and start seeking that within yourself. So, numero uno, it's telling me you can't go anywhere until you rectify what's going on in you first. So, start by figuring out where you're focusing your energy. Are those things fulfilling to you? Do they feel good? Are you creating? Do you intuitively feel good about it? If you don't know how to recognize that, then this is a good time for you to learn. Cutting out then what isn't working, or combining some things together in order to have fewer interests dividing your attention. You will feel so good doing the things that are fulfilling to you that you will stop needing external validation, which rectifies any insecurities you may have about feeling different and not belonging, because you find where you belong in your own sense of purpose. And therefore the conflicts created because you don't know what to do, or because your interests are divided, or because you aren't getting recognition from what you were doing, all just fall away. And then you have a clear path of where to go once that happens. That's deep, man. Whoa. All right, let's get an oracle card. I hope that makes sense, because that's kind of a lot. Woo-wee, that's a lot. But really magnificent. I mean, what an amazing journey. A transformation. It's amazing. I'm surprised death didn't pop out in here. All right, let's see what this one means. Strategy, being analytical and logical. The ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple, and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. That's wonderful. We've got the thinker number 44 that reduces to 8. If that resonates with anybody. Excuse me. Internal. This is an internal transformation. It's time to think. Actually, it's more than that. It's time to think. It's time to feel. It's not time to feel as in terms of it's time to be angry and rage at everybody. It's time for you to think about what you want to do, where you want to go, where do you want to invest your energy. Use those emotions to feel what feels good. Logically recognize, this is good for me. I really enjoy doing this. This fires me up. Okay, so that's a good thing to do. But I can actually combine that with X, Y, and Z. So now I just got rid of 3 things. They're synthesized into 4. This is the strategy I'm going to do. And now my load has diminished drastically. And I can go back to building and creating the legacy, the family, the foundation, the long-term commitment that I want. This is also interesting that's coming up, that logical, rational. I think that's all that I'm getting from this. I'm just kind of sitting with it. Maybe one more. I'm feeling one more. One more for advice for this we'll do advice for this transformation. We have the Nine of Wands reversed. Oh, what I like about this card is that it always makes me think of the road less traveled, especially when it's reversed, because you've got this path kind of going through these trees and it's not super clear, but it's manicured. But when it's reversed, I think of the road less traveled. It's time for you to try something you haven't tried before. You may be scared of it. You might think you know, but I don't think you do. Something new. Do what fires you up. Finding your own internal happiness and your own internal sense of value. Doing these things. If you take the time to invest in yourself and do what you need to do, you actually start creating way more of this abundance again. It's interesting. It starts with you. The change starts with you. It doesn't start with your external environment. It starts with you adjusting your perspective, how you're viewing things. It's time for a leveling up. It's time for an upgrade. And once you do that, then you get right back to doing the magic you were doing before, but it's even better. It's even higher vibe. It's even more powerful than it was before because you've gained additional skills. You're now even more of a master of what you did than before. Even more of an expert. It's time for learning how to level yourself up. And then that stability starts coming again. Well, this concludes the reading. I hope you like it. Thank you for watching. And I will see you next time.